Okay, guys, so I will share my screen, and today we will talk about the most common tactic. So fork and or double attack. This is actually the same. And so double attack and pin, this is true, the most common, but double attack even more often. So that's why it's important part of tactic. And first of all, let's talk about some main principles. So interesting that every piece can make a fork. So everybody knows that knight is very active piece. He can make, he can attack 2, 3, even 4 pieces in the same time. The same possibilities for bishop. Bishop can attack 2 pieces and more. Queen, and for sure our pawns. So pawns can make double attack as well, and even for sure our rook. So for example, bishop and knight on the same line, and then rook will attack both. So as usually you see, it's everything about unprotected pieces. So that's why every unprotected piece it's weakness. So then make sure and be attentive during your game that you don't have unprotected, or take a look attentive about your opponent's unprotected pieces. And even king can make a double attack. So in the opening, we will put him on safety side, on safety spot. We will make castle, but in the end game, our king one of the most active pieces. So that's why we don't need to be afraid about our king in the end game. And also we have 3 types of double attack. So first one, when we can attack king and piece. Second type, when we can attack just 2 pieces. And third one, when we can attack piece and create checkmate threat. So this one hanging, but the main idea is mate on h7. So this last kind, it's the most tricky one, because very often we can just find this hanging piece, but we can miss the checkmate threat. So that's why this one's the most hard for found in your game. But yeah, if you will practice a little bit, then it would be just very simple for you. So let's take a look some examples. So first of all, they would be pretty simple, but you need just remember the main idea. So main idea, it's unprotected piece. So if you will find unprotected piece, then it's pretty simple. So then we can make a check, queen a4, and attack both. So queen a4, it's very common even in the opening. So that's why make sure and be attentive with this central pawns, because this is pretty typical mistake. When we will take e4, when our king is still in center, then it might be troubles. Then it might be queen a4, and then we are done. We are down a piece. The same for black. I mean for white, the same. So if white will take e5, the same might be happened with a5 also. So that's why make sure that this capture is available, because as usually until your king in center, not really makes sense to take opponent's central pawn. Then here also, first of all, you need to looking for unprotected pieces. So here it's h5 unprotected, but also b7. So if we will take h5, then for sure it's still winning, but not so obvious. So it will take some time here, but much easier here, just win the bishop immediately. So queen b8, yeah, and then also double attack. So that's why every time, yeah, looking for weaknesses And one of the most common weaknesses is unprotected piece. Here, our example of pawn fork. So just before and attacking both. And if you will miss this move, then black will able to do the same. That's why here is important to find your chance. Here, so when bishop and king on the same line, or two unprotected pieces on the same line, then it's time for our rook. So double attack by rook, it's pretty simple. So we need just two unprotected pieces, or one unprotected and king. And as usually, there is no troubles with the rook. With rook fork, yes, here looking like king, looking like not safety, but black rooks are disconnected with this pawn. So after king d4, we can attack both of this rook, and then after rook h5, for example, we can take one of these two rooks. So guys, here, white to move. Send me in chat, please, your ideas about this position, how we can make double attack here with white. Okay. Okay, right. So yeah, there's two unprotected pieces on the same diagonally. So then bishop f6 and attack both. Yeah. And attack both, right. Then here, white to move. Okay, Sky. Okay, good. Yes, so also pretty typically mistake in rook endgame when our rook is too far from our king, especially if we playing against queen, then it's almost done, because yeah, queen is very powerful, he can make double attack and that's it. So that's why in rook endgame, make sure that your rook is protected or staying just near your king. Right, here it's simple. Yeah, we have three powerful pawns, so just e6 and with double attack. What about this one? White to move. Okay, guys, good job. So king d5, yes, again, two unprotected pieces. So then we can attack both, right? This one also is simple. So we have just knight d5 and attack all black pieces. So 4 pieces. Then here looking like it's double attack against white, but after f4, we will interpose and we'll create our own double attack. So then we have extra bishop. Here also huge advantage for white, and we have few options for double attack. So queen f5, queen e8, but queen e8 actually not good because king f6. Then he can protect his knight, but f5, it's win and move. After we can take e6. So also sometimes we have few options, but make sure that you will take the opponent piece, because queen e8 here it's wrong. Looking like it's a double attack, yes, but king can protect easily his knight. Here also about our active king. So king just move backward and attack both unprotected pieces. Here, guys, also pretty common. So knight fork. So here we can attack 2 pieces and protect our own rook. So then it's winning. But here another fork. Here, another double attack. We can move rook g7, looking like it's double attack as well, but after capture, then it's draw. So king g7 and draw. So then it's not make sense. So much better knight f6, move him on f8, and then it's winning position with knight g4. So that's why also make sure that you will calculate correctly, because yeah, rook g2, rook g7 also fork, but it's only draw after capture. And here, guys, white to move. How we can make fork? Okay. Okay. So Christoph, you just sent me knight, but where? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so 95, double attack and takes this bishop, right? Then what about this one? Black to move. Okay, Sky. Is it double attack? I guess you just attack one piece. Yeah. So attack two pieces simultaneously. Okay. Yes, but there's better way. It's also double attack, but there's even better move. Yes, yes, Christoph. So queen a7 is better. So queen a7 with check and attacking the knight. So knight, queen d6, it's also double attack, right? But yeah, it's a little bit hard because it's hard to find moves when we can move backward or just on edge of the board. Yeah, then sometimes it's hard. But after queen d6, for example, he can escape, so you will take the pawn only. So it's still winning, but not so obvious, not so simple like here, because here immediately you will take the knight, and then it's pretty simple to finish this position. Okay, guys, so here it's pretty simple. So two pieces on the same line. So then rook d4 and attack both. Here, black to move. So black pawn can capture it and then double attack. So this one also, it's not difficult. Here, our rook and king on the same diagonally. So also pretty common idea. If two pieces or king and piece on the same line, then we can attack both. And here, black to move. How we can make a fork here? Okay. Yeah, yeah. So there's no en passant this time, yeah, because of pin. So then d5, yes, and double attack. Okay, guys, good. Here, black to move. How we can make double attack? But it's good that you remember about en passant, because sometimes players just forgot totally about en passant. Okay, guys, yes. So knight b5, right? Knight b5, attack both, and no space for king. So where he will move, we can take the bishop. Good. Here, our active king. So we can attack both knight and rook. So you see, in the end game, it's pretty common kind of fork, kind of double attack. So that's why make sure that your king in the end game he's active. So do not leave him on the edge of board and try to be in action in part of the board where he needed. So here again, two unprotected pieces. So king f2 attack both. Here, guys, white to move. Okay, guys, yes. So queen a4. Just make sure that not e4 because this is under attack. Yes, but so we need to attack bishop by file or by rank only, right? Then here, white to move. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, could you send me in private chat? Yeah, so queen d5. Yeah, but yeah, queen d5 just under attack. So, but first of all, you need to looking for unprotected piece. So bishop unprotected, then looking way how to attack this bishop and something else. So then queen a3, yeah, attack this bishop and check. So yeah, in every position we need to looking for weaknesses. So when we're talking about forks, as usually it's unprotected piece. When we'll talk about other tactic theme, then would be another weakness. But here, as usually, it's unprotected piece or pieces on the same line, but they are also unprotected or not enough protected. Here, guys, white to move. There is two ways how to make fork, but which one is better? Okay, this is first one option. Okay. Okay. So right, this one is better. Queen b4. Yeah, queen one. It's second one. But which one is better? Yes, before it's better because we can. Yes, queen e4 also, but it's just waste of time. Why we need to make a check if we can just take the piece with check? So we can just take before, attack the king and the rook, knight as well, but we will take for sure rook first, and then it's winning. If we will take e1, then he can interpose in, so still winning, but queen against rook. So we need to play much longer to realize this advantage. So it's not really makes sense. But before a3, it's just most simple way here. Here, guys, also two unprotected pieces. So then rook e4, attack both. Then here rooks looking again not good. So knight d2 will attack both. Also pretty simple, but it's simple when we know what to looking for, because we know that, okay, double attack fork, we need to look in for this tactic, but in the game, during the game, you can miss even so simple tactics. So that's why you need to be very attentive during the game as well, because you never know, is it fork here or mate in 1, mate in 2. So that's why just no rush and play attentive. Here, white to move. How we can make double attack. Okay. Yeah, sometimes we don't need a check, yes. So if it's unprotected pieces, then we can just remember these three types. So first one, when we attack king and piece, then we attack two unprotected pieces, or even if they're protected. And the checkmate threat and attack of piece. Right, so queen g2. Yes, queen g2 attack two unprotected pieces, and this king just disconnected his rooks. So if there is no king here, then just rook go backward, or another rook will protect. But here there is no way for escape, so then we can lose one of them. Okay. Then here, black to move. How we can make fork. Okay. Okay, yes, sure. So queen f7 check and attack the knight. Right. Okay, then here black to move. So rook and king on the same diagonally. So bishop c4 and double attack. And also will protect our knight, which is important for winning, because after king f2 still win in position. So knight and bishop can checkmate it. Okay, and here also king on the same line with king with knight. So bishop e6 and take the knight. Then guys, let's take a look level 2. Also forks. So here just knight e4. So it's the most common fork, it's by knight. So lots of opportunities for our knight. And here white to move. How we can make fork here? Okay, yes, guys. So this one is simple, 96, and we can attack 5 pieces. So five pieces. Yes, royal fork and done. Okay. Then here it's a little bit more tricky. So white to move. There is in 2 moves, like fork in 1, but all combination it's will take 2 moves. So white to move and knight fork. I don't know. Just send me your answer and we will take a look. Okay, we will check this line. Yes, Christoph, right, but try take a look a little bit more deeply. So just check all available answers from Black. And probably it's not so bad. Okay, okay, but there's 2 defenders on d6. Yes. So, okay, guys, good job. So, nah, no, Sky. First move is 96, like you send me. Yes, so 96 first. Why? There is 2 defenders, but if we will take with rook, then our second rook is unprotected. So then white will take this one. And if he will take with bishop, then mate on g7. So then queen g7. So that's why 96 anyway, good move here, even if there is 2 defenders. But this rook is overloaded. She must to protect d6 and c8. And this bishop overloaded. She must to protect g7 and d6. So this is also very common weakness when our piece is overloaded. So when they must to protect two squares on the different diagonals or different lines, and then it's, yeah, then it's huge weakness. Okay, okay, Christoph. Yeah, so then here it's a little bit more tricky, but yeah, queen c8 after rook c8 anyway, d6 it's protected. Let's take a look your variation with bishop g7. Bishop g7, I guess. Okay, Christoph. So let's try this one and then knight d6, right? Knight d6, queen b3, knight c8, take this, take this. Knight just bishop g7 looking interesting, but okay, if we will take this first, then this one in any way, knight d6, knight d6. Yeah, interesting, but it might be, yeah, 96, but actually bishop g7, maybe something like h5 here, queen g3. Yeah, I guess h5, queen g3, then take this here, knight d6, and then we have pin. Then we can pin this rook. So bishop g7, yeah, it's interesting, but still not enough for winning. Okay, guys, so yeah, here it's pretty typically also fork, so on f7. So that's why make sure that you will castling in time or make prophylaxis also in time, because if not, then yeah, knight f7 and double attack. Here also the most common one, so queen c7. Sometimes we will attack rook, sometimes even queen, and then yeah, take this queen. Here, pretty tricky example as well. So white move, and try to find how we can make a fork here. Okay. Yeah. Main idea here it's fork. No, Sky. This is just in wrong direction. Yeah. No, it's not in one move. Like I told you, it's pretty tricky one. So let's take a look together. So looking like, yeah, bishop f7 first, rook f7, then yeah, good job, Sky, right? So queen h8 then deflection. So sometimes we need to create fork. So deflect piece or king on square where would be fork later. So king h8 and then fork. Then king g7 and then extra knight and pawn. Protected passed pawn. So yeah, looking like we can just take this, but this position it's just one extra pawn with open king with hanging piece, so it's not obvious and it's not winning for now. So it's pretty difficult. But if you will be pretty good in fork, in tactic, yes, then you will find this one. So also pretty common idea when we can deflect king or other piece and then make fork. So this is also, you need to remember about this opportunity. Yeah, and queen h8, and then you have just extra piece and pawn. Okay, guys, good job. Here the same idea. So there is no fork right now, but you can create this fork. So why to move? I don't know. Just take a look. The better option here for white. Okay. Okay. So f4 it's not double attack. So f4 he can just can make a check and then he will attack our king. So not really the best solution. But again, we need to create a fork. So we need to deflect king on square where would be fork then. So queen h8. we will deflect him out of f7. So king h8, then king knight f7 here, and so we just take one pawn. So now we have two extra pawns. And then it's enough good advantage for winning this position. So here, pretty simple tactic, but we need to deflect this king and then make fork. So also remember this idea, because very often we have mix of tactic ideas. So that's why we need to learn step by step, theme by theme, and then you will able to find these tactics when it's mixed. Like sometimes it's pin, deflection, fork all together. So then it's, so here we have deflection and then fork as well. Okay, guys, what about this one? Black to move. Where is fork here? Okay, Sky, good job. Okay, Christoph, it's too slowly. Yes. So the main idea here is fork and overloading. So this bishop is overloaded. He must to protect this pawn, and he must to protect this square. So that's why if we will deflect him, so here fork, he must to take this knight, but then another fork. And then we will take finally his queen. So for example, king c3 and then knight c6. So here you see we have mix of fork and overloaded piece. So that's why it was two threads, one piece protected against two threads, which is not good. So then we can deflect one. We can deflect this bishop. So we can even play knight a5 first and then take d4. Not big different between. Okay, good job. What about this one, guys? White to move. Yes, so this one simple because of pin. So knight e7, rook is pinned, and then double attack. What about this one? White to move. Okay. So Sky, any ideas? Okay. Okay, guys. So here looking like queen d8, pretty typically rook d8 and then fork. But sometimes we need to check, can we just switch moves? So it's very common mistake, even for title players. It's pretty hard part of chess when we need to check when we need to switch moves. So looking like queen d8, rook d8, knight f7 is good. But what about knight f7 first? And then it's looking even better because now this rook is overloaded. So she must to protect pawn f7 and queen. And now it's fork. So then rook f8, queen d8, knight g8, and then just trade this rook and win in position. After trade, then queen f8, queen g7. So that's why also this is pretty typically mistake. So that's why, yeah, queen d8 is good, it's still winning, but knight f7 even better. So that's why every time try, so you find your variation and then try, okay, but if I will switch the moves and then try this variation. And sometimes would be even better than your previous variation. And sometimes only this variation it's good and another it's wrong. So that's why here knight f7 even better and faster winning. Here, guys, this one's simple, but let's check. White to move and fork. Okay, Sky, good. Yes, so 96, and we have fork and pin. So we cannot take this knight, right? Here, white to move. Also, there's no fork for now, but we can create. Okay, so then king will escape on g7. Okay, okay, guys, right. And then 98, right. So we need to push him on square, where would be fork later. And then fork, good. This one simple. What about this one? White to move. Okay, Sky. Okay, Christoph. So yes, so we have two options. We can take this one or 96. And let's take a look 96. So 96, rook f7, knight c7, and black up material. So actually winning for black. So then makes sense to take this first with check. He will take it back and then 96. And then just extra knight. So you see in previous variation, we have rook against knight, and here just extra knight. So that's why it makes sense to take this first and deflect king on square, where would be fork then. So this one also very typically. So first of all, yeah, you need to take this piece and deflect him on square, where would be fork. And here's the same idea. So if we will play knight e7 immediately, then he will take our rook, and then knight, two knights against rook. So it's not obvious. So still lots of play, but right solution, yes, it's take this first and then fork, and then just two extra knights. Then it's pretty simple to win this position. Okay, guys, this one's simple. Oh, okay, let's take a look at this one. So white to move. Where is fork here? Okay. Okay, perfect, guys. Right. Almost right, Christoph. Yeah. So first move, yeah. So main idea is to make fork on e7. Right now, rook protected the square. So then we need to deflect this rook out of 7 rank. So then, yes, rook c6. If rook c6, then just fork immediately. So we don't need queen c6 actually. We can make fork immediately, and then just take queen. But yeah, you was on right way. Yeah, he can. Yeah, if he does not take, then at least you up a pawn. So then again this threat. So black need to play something like king f8 to protect e7, and then I guess we can push pawn. So we have passed pawn. We have 6 pawns against 5, so extra pawn for white, plus more active pieces than black pieces. Yes, this rook is pinned, so only he need only play king f7 to protect e7, and then yes, I guess d5 good, and push this pawn. Okay, guys, here the same idea. So we now we will take on c6 and we'll deflect queen here. So knight c6, knight c6, and now yes, here makes sense. Take this one. So just deflect queen on square where it's fork. Yes, and then again we have 6 pawns against 5, so 1 extra pawn plus protected passed pawn. So then it's winning position. Okay, guys, this one also 2 unprotected pieces. So then rook c7. Here, black to move. So now we have a fork by rook. So how we can use our rook? Okay, so quickly, good. You mean g3, right, Christoph? Yes. Good job, guys. Yes, we have pin. So then we can attack immediately rook g3. Okay. What about this one? Also white to move and fork by rook. Okay. Yes, fork here, right? Still fork. Just remember, we talked with you in the beginning that there is 3 types of forks. When you attack 2 pieces, when you attack king and piece, and when you attack piece and checkmate threat. So here would be last our kind. So when you need to make, yes, so now it's better, Christoph, right? So you need to create checkmate thread and attack the unprotected piece. Yes, so then it's more obvious, right, guys? So rook b5, yes, with threat a5 mate and c5. Because in the beginning, looking like, what? A fork? Where is fork? There's just one piece how we can make a fork. But this is also fork when you will threaten mate, yes, and attack the piece. And this, like I told you, is the most tricky one type of fork. So then we need to take a look attentive, looking attentive for this type. Here it's pretty simple. So we need to make a check, bring him on 7 rank, and then attack both. And here, guys, queen fork, black to move. Okay, Christoph. But you will attack just one piece. Okay, now I see. Okay. Yes, Christoph. Okay. No, Sky. Yes. So first of all, looking for weaknesses. So for unprotected pieces. When you will find unprotected pieces, then it will be much easier to find how to attack these pieces. In every position, yeah, you need to looking for weaknesses. So it might be like if we talk about forks, then it's unprotected piece. But if we talk just in total about chess, then it might be, yeah, unprotected piece. It might be double pawns. It might be open file. It might be bad development of opponent's pieces and other. No, skies, just attack against rook and that's it. So look, there's 3 unprotected pieces. So rook, unprotected, knight, unprotected, and bishop. So how to attack 2 pieces simultaneously? And it's queen fork. Yes. So queen c6 and attack the bishop and rook. So that's why, yeah, first of all, just find the target, find the weaknesses, and then would be much easier to find right solution. Okay, and the same here. White to move, we were looking for weaknesses. So c8 unprotected, h8 unprotected, and then queen g8. It's obvious. Okay, guys, and here pawn fork. So also if pieces staying too close for each other, then g4 coming and attacking both. Okay, guys, so I have even level 3. Let's maybe take a look some positions from here. The most interesting. This one not difficult. This one nice. So this one tricky. White to move, but let's try it. So white to move. There's no fork for now, but we will use fork here in our continuation. Okay, so king will run. We'll try to stop this piece. Okay, Sky. I guess, yeah, you catch idea. So, okay, after d7, king will play on c7, right? So how we can proceed then? Okay, Sky, yeah, I see you are right. Christoph, what about, yeah, knight e6 then, with the threat to promote, he will take d7 and then fork, you see? So here fork only on third move, but it's our key of combination. So if we didn't find this fork, our combination just will not work properly here. So that's why all these moves was just for this fork. So that's why sometimes it's more tricky than usual. Yeah, but then very nice tactic. Okay, guys. Here also very nice example. I will show you. So why to move? If we will took this one immediately, then just knight f8. So white up material, but still not obvious winning. But there is much better option. So we can take h6. We need to open our queen. So then it's check. So he will take back. And then we can sacrifice our queen. Queen h7. Deflection. Deflect this king. And then we can take this one, but promote not queen, promote in knight, and then double attack. Then king g7, and then extra rook. But if we will promote in queen, then still not obvious. Like still winning, but not so simple. He can push this pawn or even knight c6 protect e7, and still hard to win this position. So that's why do not be greedy. So sometimes we need to promote another piece, especially if we talk about fork, sometimes about mate as well. So not queen every time. So be attentive, yeah, because here just knight and win in position. And there is no other options for black. After knight h6, even if he will escape here, anyway, we can take h7. So king h7, and then again fork by knight. And then again, just extra rook. Okay, guys, good job. I just will add you some more advices how to proceed with your forks. So you need to practice more with forks. So how you can do it? You can use your Lichess account or Chess.com, wherever. I can show you, for example, both. So for example, you can go on puzzles here, then oh wait, they changed something. It was where is it was themes by puzzles by themes. Here. So here in puzzles we have custom. So if you will go to custom, you can choose the theme. So then you need to find fork. So just fork. So for example, here fork, then place your ranking. Yes, it's a very good chance for improving. Yeah, I like this opportunity. Yeah, and for both sides, it's working perfect. Yeah, so just choose fork, then choose your ranking. You can start a little bit smaller than your ranking, because it's different rankings in puzzles and your real ranking. So puzzles might be higher, but you can start from simple ranking, like for example 1000 until 1500, and then solve puzzles one by one, like every day, like 20-30 minutes. It's depend of how you can. Yes, but if you will do it every day, yeah, you will find lots of typically patterns, typical ideas, and you will improve a lot. And if you're feeling that it's simple, just increase your ranking. So for example, start from 1500 until 20, 100, and I mean, yeah, 20, 100, and if it's simple, then just increase. But the main idea, just working with one theme. So with fork until yeah, next Saturday. So try to do it every day, like by, even if you will do it like by 10 minutes every day, 15 minutes, then would be pretty good result. And the same on Lichess. If you don't have, because this is for memberships only available. If here there is free of charge on Lichess, so also puzzles, and here puzzle themes. You can choose this one, and here you can find your theme. So here fork, and then here you can choose your level. So you can start from easier or even easiest, then go for normal, for harder, and also you will working only with your forks, and then you will find lots of typical ideas, because as usually they are pretty typically. So if you will know this typically positions, typically maneuvers, then you will find much more in your games and in other puzzles which mix it with other tactics. So that's why, guys, this is pretty helpful. So if you will use it at least 10 minutes per day, but every day you will find a lot of new ideas and you will be much better in your forks. And then step by step we'll work in the same with every tactical idea, tactical theme. And guys, also I send you links on our chess club on chess.com. So today was tournament just at 6. Yeah, but I guess next Sunday I will create this tournament for later, maybe at 7 something, 7:15, that you will able to join. Yes, and play with other players. Okay, guys, so good job. So please practicing with your forks, and we'll start new theme on next Sunday. So see you guys next Sunday. See you guys. You are very welcome. Bye.